In this brief video, we'll cover how Profisee Master Data Management can help manufacturers with a common use case that we've seen from several customers, managing indirect maintenance, repair and operations, or MRO spend. Most manufacturers operate multiple plants and facilities, as seen here with our global manufacturer operating plants in Clarksville and Sunderland. In 2016, the Clarksville plant acquired a spare conveyor belt from a company called Graco with the specific part number G11765. They've had this spare part in their warehouse for a few years, ready for either Clarksville or another plant to use if they needed it. Moving forward to the year 2020, the Sunderland plant decided they needed to acquire two identical conveyor belts. But in the 4 years since Clarksville initially purchased belt number G11765, the supplier Graco has been acquired by another company called Fujima. When Fujima took over Graco, they renumbered their inventory and parts to be consistent with the Fujima standards. And in this case, this very same conveyor belt that was procured by the Sunderland plant in 2016 is now listed for sale as FU682A. This is a simple change that happens hundreds of times per year at large global suppliers. But let's examine how this single inconsistency can cause a ripple effect that can lead to huge cost overruns, even with prudent data management at the plant level. Back in 2016, when Clarksville initially purchased Graco part number G11765, they entered it into multiple systems, including their MRO tool, inventory or stock management tool, and their corporate procurement software or enterprise ERP. Years later, the Clarksville plant has an unexpected breakdown, and they need two of these exact conveyor belts. Because they only purchased a single belt in 2020, they can't provide the necessary maintenance to keep their machines running. What's worse, this is a critical part of their operations and completely halts production. Under pressure to bring their operations back online, the plant managers at Clarksville call up centralized procurement and they say they need another one of these conveyor belts, and they need it now. The procurement team is very diligent, and they first ask themselves, let's go search and see if we have any of these Graco conveyor belts in stock. After searching their inventory and even calling multiple plant managers, that part isn't in stock anywhere. So they place an expensive rush order through Fujima's procurement portal for another one of these belts. Fujima receives the order, they recognize that G11765 is now FU682A and fulfills the request with the renumbered part. But this is an emergency order and it's going to be expensive. But they do deliver, and next thing we know, we've got the conveyor belt that is needed in the Clarksville plant. However, what nobody recognized is there are already two more of the identical conveyor belts in inventory but under a different part number at the Sunderland plant, wasting multiple departments' time, delaying production, and deploying wasted capital that could have been used for maintenance or expansion in another part of the business. So, how do we solve this problem and reduce unnecessary MRO costs at scale? Many organizations already capture and track when part numbers change, but that's often a manual process. When things are done manually or even mostly automated, errors can occur and there are going to be a few lapses. In this simplified example, there were some lapses, but Profisee's adaptive master data management platform can help. First, Profisee can help standardize attribute and description information, not only just the manufacturer's part number. Let's say there are several different key attributes on this part. For example, Graco may use imperial units of measure for multiple attributes like the length or weight of the belt. But once this part was acquired by Fujima, these same exact attributes may have changed to metric units of measure, changing the value for the load capacity from pounds to kilograms. A data steward using Profisee can easily leverage its native integration with the Azure OpenAI service and standardize the various attributes between the part numbers originating in different systems. And using those standardized attributes, Profisee can create technical descriptions that all have the same unit of measure and are consistent. Next, Profisee can use intelligent fuzzy matching across one or more attributes and determine that FU682A is actually the same as G11765 through a customized matching strategy that weighs the importance of individual attributes and values. And by linking those together as a single comprehensive golden record, the procurement team can have confidence that they have these very same parts in a different plant in their inventory warehouse but under a different part number. By using a combination of OpenAI and intelligent fuzzy matching, we've recognized that these are, in fact, the same part. And if necessary, we can have the engineering team review any matches or changes made by the stewardship team to ensure alignment with their business needs and definitions. Profisee makes it easy for users to orchestrate and automate complex business processes to keep stakeholders informed. By sending a notification to the procurement director every time two parts records from disparate systems are combined, companies can get their business users out of email and other apps and streamline any approvals or changes to critical master data records. And with an operational MDM deployment, Profisee can even automatically update the procurement system that the HQ team uses, the plant MRO system, and any other downstream system to ensure that plant managers and other stakeholders are also using the same trusted data. We saw that a simple data issue, scaled across an organization with complex hierarchies and relationships, can have real financial consequences for an organization. But with high-quality, trusted data powering their MRO operations, manufacturers can reduce unnecessary spend, streamline their procurement, and improve collaboration through their organization.